Hi there, my name is Rachel, and today I have an unboxing video for the SketchBox May 2021 subscription box. I'm doing both a comparison of the basic subscription to the premium subscription. I really like these little art subscription boxes because it's a great way to be introduced to new materials, or just, kind of have a surprise, monthly surprise in whatever hobby you're into. For me, it's artwork. But when you go to sign up for these subscriptions, they oftentimes have varying levels that you can choose from, and so the Sketchbox has a premium and a basic, and you can sometimes be confused which one's really the better deal, or do you need the premium one, which is always a little bit more expensive, or are you just not getting as good materials in the basic? So that is why I just set up, for a couple of months, I set up a subscription to both of them, so they could just kind of compare exactly what a person would be getting for the premium subscription, which is $10 more than the basic subscription, and see if they come out to being a fair deal on both ends. So I will start off with the basic box. So this is the basic SketchBox May 21 subscription box. Let's just get into opening this up. Pull out the cards first, as they tell us what is in here. Okay, so this month the theme is oil pastels, and here they always provide a little demo card that's done by an artist, and it's a different artist every time. They'll feature a little blurb on that particular artist, their style, what they do. And then the artist has used all of the materials that are found in this month's Sketchbox, and they create a work of art. So you can kind of see what you can do with just what you're given here. But let's just take a look at what we've been given in the basic box here. Okay, so the first items are three of these Holbein academic oil pastels, and they come in a white, a red-brown, and a gray-green. So those I think are going to be your kind of standard oil pastel. Then it also comes with two that are a Sennelier oil pastel, and these are going to come in English gray, which looks to be a very light blue, and Ocre Satin, which is kind of it's almost like a tan nude kind of a color. So slightly different brand, probably slightly different texture of oil pastel than the Holbein Academics. The next thing we have in here is a GoldFaber. This is a GoldFaber color pencil in well, it doesn't say the color here, but it's a purple. Well, they're labeling it as crimson. On this little card it says it's crimson, but I would call this much more of a purple. I guess I'd have to check that out on a piece of paper, which I'll do a little bit of in a moment. But so you get one colored pencil to kind of go along with sketching. I think sketching along with the oil pastels. And then the next item in here is the Caran Pablo colored pencil in charcoal gray. And again, that's for sketching out designs, and then you can kind of go over those designs with with the oil pastels, because with the oil pastels, again, you don't have a lot of control, small detail control. So it's really a good idea to have a sketch to be working within. You can always just free form it too, but I think the idea of having the pencils is to do that pre work, and then just kind of fill in the areas with your creation from your oil pastels. We also have in here this little tool, which they are saying is SketchBox brand, a color shaper. And what we have here is, if you can see, it's almost like a rubber or like an acrylic tip that's got a little give to it. And then what one would do with this is color some pastel on a piece of paper, and then kind of use this to smear it around to do texturing in there. So it's kind of a neat little idea. And finally, we have we have this month's sticker, which is a little oil pastel sticker there, and we have CanTone Canvas Panels. Now the sketchboxes always come in these the same dimensions, and so whenever they provide a paper or a material for doing the artwork on, it's always going to be kind of the same, about the same dimensions here. And this looks like it's a treated canvas with a gray tone put on there, whether it's a gray gesso, or if it's like a light gray acrylic paint over the gesso, just to kind of start you off. I will not be using the gray tone canvas for testing on. I'm just going to use a piece of paper. But this is what it comes with. Looks like it comes with 3 boards, so that you can just kind of play around with the oil pastels. All right. And just to give a real base look at what you're getting here, set that to the side. We're going to test out some of these items. So, well, since these are not in the packaging, I'm going to start out with the Caran Pablo charcoal gray colored pencil. And again, this would be for sketching little doodles, either to do a pre-sketch or to do an underlying drawing for your oil picture. And this, I just did it light, but these will work really nicely to get a nice gradient. And you can also use this also for adding detail to the picture that you wouldn't be able to achieve with the more loose oil pastel. And then we have the GoldFaber Faber-Castell pencil, which they're calling crimson, but honestly it really looks like a purple magenta kind of tone. So let's see. Yeah, I would call that much more of a pinky purple than a crimson. Nice, really nice soft pencil there. So those are some nice tones to do a sketch with. All right, and then we're going to test out these the Holbein academic oil pastels real briefly here. So this is the, I want to say it was gray green. And yeah, very fluid feel to it, but with oil pastels you can really take those pastels right off the paper with your fingernail or anything, so because pastels really they really build up material on the paper. So this was the gray green. Then we have the red brown. And you're not going to be able to see it, but I will blend in the other colors because I'm using a white piece of cardstock here. And the cardstock I'm using actually is a textured cardstock, because it's actually really good for color pencils and even the oil pastels to get it. But so the white you wouldn't notice on the white paper, but you can use it to change the colors of the pastels. So those are 3 really nice oil pastels to use. Then we have the Sennelier oil pastels. This one's English gray. Now these ones already feel tackier, a little stickier than the Holbein oil pastels. Oh yeah, these ones, I mean, it's almost like, it feels like painting with like lipstick or something. That is really, really creamy. I mean, it's almost like using butter on the paper right there. But again, that will really get messy if you start fiddling around near your paper. And then we also have Ocre Satin, which is kind of this peachy nude color here. And then one of the tools they gave us, which was, this is SketchBox brand, is this little texturing shaping tool that you can just use then to kind of go through and change your picture a little bit. And again, with oil pastels, it's kind of like playing in a finger paint almost like way. So you use this to just move your colors, blend them around into each other a little bit more without having to always resort to your fingers. Now you can of course use fingers for blending oil pastels, but so you get this little shaper, and see how messy oil pastels already are. You're always having to wipe off, kind of clean out your materials as you go along. So that is what the basic box included. Are these items here. Okay, and now we'll be moving on to the premium box. Okay, so now we're going to do an unboxing of the May 2021 premium subscription box. And again, going to pull out our cards first. Like I said, same picture as the basic box. So the materials are going to be relatively similar, or they just combine the two. I can see already these are different shapes, so they are going to be slightly different. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so let's take a look at what we have here. We have these are square. So these are also Holbein oil pastels. Now the other ones were listed as Holbein academic oil pastels, and these are just Holbein oil pastels. And oftentimes companies will use words like academic or scholar or words like that kind of key you in to the idea that they're oftentimes the student grade version of their product. So they're not going to be the professional grade. They're not going to be oftentimes necessarily Lightfast or lower pigmentation, or possibly the binders and stuff are not the highest quality. So these are definitely a different quality of oil pastel, and they come in the colors white, Indian red, and oxide of olive. So again, the other ones were kind of a green, a white, and a red. These ones also are kind of a green, a white, and a red, but they look like they're slightly different variations on those pigments. So set those aside. Now we have the Sennelier oil pastels. And this looks like the exact same brand and version that the basic box came with. And this one comes in English gray. I think that's the exact same color that the basic had. And this one is coral. So this is a lighter, pinkier color than what was in the basic box. But again, the exact same brand and quality of the basic box. Then we have Okay, now we have a Derwent Lightfast colored pencil. Here we go. In Wild Lavender, and yeah, this is a lighter purple. The basic one was a more magenta-y color, and this is a different brand. They had the Faber-Castell GoldFaber. This is a Derwent Lightfast, so this is going to be a higher quality colored pencil. And they have the Caran Pablo pencil in charcoal gray, which I think this should be the exact same pencil that did come in the basic box then. So we have the two sketching pencils, one in a light purple, one in that charcoal gray. We have the 5 oil pastels, 3 of the Holbeins, and 2 of the Sennelier, which are different consistency, different types. This also comes with the SketchBox brand shaping tool. So that is the rubbery kind of acrylic tip that has a little bit of give, and it's just used for blending, smoothing, creating textures in the oil pastels on whatever surface you're coloring those on. And then again, we have the little SketchBox oil pastel sticker. And we have the same CanTone grade treated little canvas boards, a pack of 3 canvas boards, and the same size as the basic box. And again, this is the texturing is so that when you do whites or other tones over it, it brightens those colors because the background is already a muted color. So kind of nice that it comes with these, but again, I'm not going to be using these for the oil pastels. Okay, and then just to test out this set of the premium box items that we received here. Again, this is going to be the same Pablo Caran colored pencil in charcoal gray. So this should look exactly the same on the paper here. Very smooth, very light, very nice. Really great colored pencil for getting gradients. Again, you can do sketching. You can add details to your pastel pictures with that. Then here, instead of the GoldFaber crimson, they call it crimson color pencil, we have the Wild Lavender Derwent Lightfast. And that has a nice range. So slightly different colors here between the two boxes. All right, then we have the Holbein oil pastels. So our first color here is this oxide of olive. So we'll compare that to the green that was in the basic box. Now this one's much creamier. This actually feels a lot more like the Sennelier ones. So yeah, the other ones these were a little bit drier, Not dry to the extent of being a soft chalk pastel, but I think that these would be less messy. How they are. So that is the oxide of olive. Here we have the Indian red. So much darker. This is, I would almost say that's like a brown, closer to a brown than that kind of like light pinky color that the other set has. And again, we're going to have the white. Which you're not going to notice on the white cardstock, other than maybe just seeing that there's shadow there. But it's used to kind of blend in, change the colors of the other pastels that you're coloring them with. So there we have the white. And again, we have the Sennelier English gray. This is English gray, which is a very light blue. Very creamy feel to those. And this one's going to be a slightly pinkier, the coral colored one, as opposed to the ochre satin that the other set came with. So it's a very light pinky set, as you can see. And again, we have our shaping tool, which can be used to you know, blend, change the texture on the paper of how you've colored up, blend colors together. Almost use like a palette knife here, blend colors together to get different hues, and just use it to generally dabble around with whatever piece of artwork you're doing with your oil pastels here. So, interesting. And again, oil pastels are kind of messy, although not too bad this time. So then the premium box comes with actually the exact same number of items as the basic box here. Okay, so here we have exactly what is in the premium box and the basic box, and just a real brief comparison. You're getting the exact same 3 panels of the gray toned pre-treated canvas boards. You're getting the exact same SketchBox shaping tool for texturing and doing details with the oil pastels. You're getting the exact same Pablo, Caran charcoal gray, colored pencil to do sketching and detailing that way. And then the difference starts here, where the premium box comes with a Derwent Lightfast colored pencil, which is going to be a professional grade colored pencil, and the basic box comes with a GoldFaber Faber-Castell pencil, which would be in the Faber-Castell's budget range. So Faber-Castell is a great brand, and they do have a varying level of quality of pencils. And I actually have a set of the Faber-Castell GoldFabers. They are not to the quality of the Faber-Castell Polychromos as far as an oil pencil goes, but they are definitely a decent. They have great pigment. They're very smooth lay down, so it is a really nice pencil, but it is the budget version of the Faber-Castell color pencil line. Okay, then we have the exact same brand of the Sennelier oil pastels, but the difference between the basic box and the premium is that the colors there. You get the same blue. You get a little bit more of a muted kind of nude peachy tone, and you get the more brighter pink coral tone with the premium. And that's actually, it's kind of nice, because then if you get 2 boxes like I'm getting, where you're getting both the basic, you get a couple of extra supplies, but you're also getting some different colors, so you can do a few more things than if they just gave you the exact same colors and it was just a difference of quality between them. So I actually really like it when they give slightly different colors, because then you can do slightly different things. And then, of course, the biggest difference here is you get the Holbein oil pastels, which is the Holbein's professional. So these are their top-notch oil pastels, and you get them in a olive green, an Indian red, and a white. You get similar colors here, but you're getting the Holbein academic oil pastels, which again, like I explained, is their keyword for saying these are the student grade. So again, it's going to be a budget one for learners to be using, but they're still decent. They still have nice pigment. Holbein's still going to be a great company. So even if you're getting the budget version of a top-end company, you're not going to be getting the kind, you know, the cheapy kind that you just find in a bargain bin somewhere. So again, when I look at the price difference here, and I will put down in the description section of this video, I will put down all the list of the prices as they have them here. When you look at the price difference, each box, I would say, is fairly priced. You're not getting a giant deal with either box, but what you're getting is the convenience of them putting together some materials that maybe you've never heard about before, you don't know how to use, and they're just giving you a sampling. Now, with most of these things, for me anyway, I don't like buying individuals. So the prices are always based on buying these individually. I always like to buy sets because you're always going to get a better deal. So if you're just looking at deal-wise, getting the subscription boxes are not going to be the best deals, but they're giving you ideas. They're giving you the tools that you need to create something if you've never experienced these kinds of art mediums before. But again, the basic box is about $10 cheaper per month than the premium, and you're getting some slightly more budget grade. But again, top-notch company budget grade, which is a little bit different than just, you know, nobody company kind of budget grade. So just a comparison here. Then it's up to you to determine, are you the sort of person that always wants to use the best materials and you only want to experiment with the best materials, or are you the kind of person that's like, hey, I could save myself some money, still be trying out new things, but maybe I won't be getting exactly the same thing. Now, one thing I find interesting, because this is again the second month that I have done the comparison, is that the first month they had the exact same brand, and for most of it the exact same items. So you weren't getting slightly budget and slightly more professional. But then the one box had a few more supplies and the other box had less. And this one, you get the exact same number of supplies, but you are getting just a slightly lower quality. So it may vary from month to month, just what kind of a difference the basic versus the premium box is. And so I'm going to do this for a couple more months to really determine, is it worth it going with the more expensive one? Do I really need the higher end materials, or you know, is it worth it to go to save a few bucks and then not be getting maybe the best materials to try out a medium with? So I will leave you with that. Now, I will not be doing a demo with this video, but I will probably do a demo with some of these at a later date, for those people that would actually like to see these materials in action. In any case, that's what I have for you today. Hope this was really helpful for people who are trying to decide whether or not they would like to get a SketchBox subscription, and are kind of on the border between premium or basic. So, thank you very much. Bye-bye.